Today I'm going to talk about what it's like as a coder. Growing up in a hearing school, having hearing friends with their families being hearing, and them meeting my family, my whole deaf family. In primary school, I was ignorant about other families. I thought all families had deaf people in them. And then I got confused. I'd say, "Your father talks? Why is his voice so deep?" My mind was messed around at first, but later I became used to it. I had some friends who would want to have play dates to meet my family. First of all, I would tell them my parents were both deaf, that my brother and sister are both hearing, and my family only uses sign language. So the first time my friends knocked on the door and came in, my parents would say, "Hello, how are you?" Scared, my friends would look around at me and say, "Jasmine, what am I meant to do?" And I'd explain that you just say hello, or how are you, or yes, or I'm good, or even just talk to them, that it was up to them. My friends would awkwardly say, "Hello, is that good?" I would reply, "Yes, that's good." Later, when I got older, but still in primary school, I still had the same friends that came over. They knew my family very well and would always sign, "Hello, how are you? I'm good," a bit more confidently. They would slowly speak with their mouth, so my father could understand, my parents could understand them. And then in high school, it was a very different experience. I remember at the start, I had completely new friends. They had never met deaf people before. I had to explain about my family being deaf, so on and so forth. So they would knock, come in, and be surprised by my family. That our family was different, that they didn't know anything about it. It was the same as my primary school friends. They would sign, "Hello, how are you?" Then later in years 11 and 12, we started having parties, drinking and all that sort of stuff. I had my 18th birthday, I think. I invited the whole year level. My parents were in the house, were looking after us. There was pizza, dancing, music and all this stuff. My friends would say, "Where's your mum and dad?" I told them they were inside the house. They'd ask, "Why aren't they coming out?" And I'd explain that it was because they couldn't hear anything. They just checked every so often. People were shocked that my parents were so different, that their parents would be nosy all the time, asking questions like, "Who's that?" or "What's that sound?" I think that at that party, the police were called for a noise complaint. Yeah. The police came in and said, "Where are your parents?" Laughing. I explained that they were in the house and that they were deaf. The police told us off and said, "Turn the music down." Now that I've grown up and I have friends that are deaf, hearing and coders, I tell them straight away that I have deaf parents and a family and so on and so forth. But most people think is awesome and want to meet my parents, which I always agree to. Sometimes people are a bit apprehensive, but they're much more welcoming, more open. They ask questions like, "What do I say?" or "What do I sign?" They're just very welcoming to my family. Yes, most people already sign, but I have a few friends that have never signed before, but they still want to meet my parents and family. But they still want to meet my parents and my family. Buddha! God damn you. More opening. Nope. That's right. The police told us to get off and told us to get off.